Hi everybody, it's Paula from the Real Polish Fanatic blog and Jewelry by RPF. Thank you for stopping in my little corner of YouTube and spending a little bit of your day with me. Today, I'm going to be talking about Crackle nail polish. Think it's making a comeback? I don't know. Crackle polish was first introduced by CoverGirl back in the late 1990s. And I don't know, I guess it didn't really take off too much because it was about 2011 before OPI and China Glaze started getting into making that, and it kind of took off from there. So it hung around for about probably 4 years or so. It was on trend there for about 4 years, and then it just sort of died out, and you didn't really see any new Crackle coming out. And last Black Friday, Rogue Lacquer, an indie brand, had a mystery multi-chrome Crackle polish as a doorbuster. So I went ahead and ordered that. And now I see Little Box of Horrors is going to have a Crackle nail polish in this month's offering. So I don't know if it's making a comeback or not, but I thought that I would pull out all my old Crackles from 2011, 2012, and we'll just play with some Crackle today and see, number one, if they still crack, and just kind of see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around and we'll get started. All right, so on my nails today, I still had the base of this Arosa J'adore that I had on the other day in my last video. And over top of it, you'll see we did some Crackle. I used the Rogue Lacquer that I just mentioned. That was their mystery multi-chrome Crackle polish. It shifts kind of a blue to purple in the bottle. I don't see a whole lot of shift. I guess there's some shift there on my nails too. But this was called Cracked Metal, and it was a door buster back on Black Friday, as I said. So I don't know if this is still available or if she'll be adding more polish to this line. But as you can see, it worked really, really well. If you have any problems using Crackle nail polish, I can tell you a few tips. First of all, you always want to pick contrasting colors. So you can see I have the baby pink on as the base layer, and then this darker kind of blue purple as the Crackle. And you want to put the Crackle polish over very dry nail polish, very dry nail polish base. So my first coat I'd had on for a few days, so obviously that was very dry. And I just went ahead and put the Crackle on, and you can see it cracked very nicely. And another tip, if you look at my thumb, it's a little bit smaller cracks. And then if you look at these nails, it's all a little bit bigger cracks, a little bit wider, not as many. And so if you want this type of a look, you would want to put your Crackle polish on thicker, and then you don't get quite as many cracks. And on my thumb, I put it on quite a bit thinner, so you can see I got a lot more cracks and smaller ones. So you can kind of see the difference between a thicker coat here on this pinky that I'm trying to move, and then a thinner coat here on my thumb. So that's what I have on my nails, and we will just jump right in to the Crackle revolution. I even made a little pendant last night using Crackle nail polish. So you can see this is kind of fun. I'll have to put this up in my Etsy store whenever I get that back open. Hopefully that'll be in the next month or so. But and you can even sort of see on here, on this side I put it on a little bit thicker, and so it's bigger cracks. And then as I got over to the edge here, I was going a little bit thinner with it, obviously, and there are a little bit smaller cracks over there. But this Crackle that I used is actually this one from Funky Fingers, and it's called Teal Scales. And it's a really pretty dark blue, and then it has this green and gold shimmer in it. So I thought that made kind of a fun pendant. So just leave that sit there. So I have quite a few different colors. I like to wear Crackle over glittery polishes. I like seeing a little bit of glitter underneath. I didn't prepare very many glittery ones. I do have a few here. And I use mostly matte nail polishes just to kind of see how that goes. And even with the glittery ones, I did put a matte coat on one of them, and I put a regular top coat on one, and I left one just regular with no top coat, so we can kind of see how they crack differently depending on what the base is. But I think these are all very dry. I painted them last night. And Crackle polish does also dry matte usually, so you'll want to top your whole manicure off with a glossy top coat, and that'll help preserve it a little bit longer. And yeah, so here is, I have so many you can't even see it in the camera here. This is my collection of Crackle nail polishes. It's mostly OPI. I did at one point, I have a few Sephora by OPI. They're not even making nail polish anymore. This one was actually a solid lump last night when I was looking through these, so I added some thinner. So we will see how that's coming along, if it's ready or not. And besides the OPI collection, I also had all of them from China Glaze. But over the years, all of my China Glaze, except for this one, which is oxidized aqua, all of them dried out to just be unusable. And since I had the OPIs, I didn't want to waste thinner trying to revive all the China Glazes. So I did end up throwing them away. So if you ever order any of these Crackle polishes on a secondary market like eBay or something, be wary of the China Glaze, because I've read other people's China Glazes also dried out. So I don't know why that is, why this particular brand dried out more so than the other ones, but all my OPI ones are still perfectly liquid. So, all right. I haven't really thought this through, so we're just going to kind of wing it here. I have some black swatch wheels, and I did put top coat on these because also another tip for using Crackle nail polish, you don't want to put it on over just like a clear, your nail with no nail polish. It really needs to interact with the nail polish in order for it to do its thing and crackle up. So we have quite a few different base colors, and we have quite a few different top colors. So I'm gonna just grab, I think I'll grab this one here. This first swatch I have right here is Bee's Knees, in case you'd like to know what the bases are. This is Camilla. It's a reflective glitter, as you can see there. And I have 3 nails painted with this one. I have it just regular, which is a little bit gritty. I have this one with a glossy top coat, and then I have this one with a matte top coat. So I think I might take this Blue Shatter from OPI. Hopefully these still work, otherwise this could be a very short video. I know some of them will work, but I did not test all of these out. So we will take this one. It's a shimmery blue. Take this off. And let's see here. We'll put it on. This one's very thin. We'll put this on here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on all 3 just so we can see if it makes any difference having no base or no top coat, a glossy top coat, or a matte top coat. We'll see if they crack any differently. So we'll use the same color for all 3 of those. And you can see this first one is already starting to get cracks. So you may be wondering how Crackle or Shatter, it's called both things, Shatter nail polish, Crackle nail polish, how it works. So what it does is it has an additional ingredient. It uses ethanol, which is alcohol, as one of its ingredients. And that ethanol dries quicker than the other nail polish solvents that are usually used. And so it just dries quicker, and that causes the polish to contract and separate. So here you can see it's all cracking already really quickly. Happened very quickly. And like I said, they do dry down to a matte finish. I didn't bring a top coat. No, I don't have a top coat, so I can't top coat these. So this one was the one that was just left kind of blank with no additional top coat after the polish. And it's a reflective glitter, so it's a little bit grittier. And that one cracked really well, as you can see. This one had a glossy top coat, and it cracked pretty well. There's a lot of big cracks in that one. And then this one had the matte top coat, and it has just like vertical cracks pretty much. There's a little bit down here that's a little bit different, but those all worked really nicely. Let's see what else we have. We have a navy blue here. This one is called Navy Shatter. Just a dark, it almost looks purple leaning in the bottle. So let's see. I think the purple, well, we'll put this one, we'll just go in the next one here. Let's see how this one does. Oh yeah, it's a pretty navy blue. I'm going to put it on a little bit thicker on this middle one. You don't want to overwork it, or you will, just mess up the cracks and have it not be as good as it could be. So you can see this one here already super cracking. Oh, that polish I just put it over, I guess I should have told you that was one from Lynn B Designs. I'm sorry I didn't show you that. So the one with no top coat is actually done really well. I really like that effect. And then the top coat and the matte top coat are a little bit not as dramatic. But I did put this one on thicker, which would cause me to have, I put this one on thinner, so you can see all the little cracks that you get, all the little shatters. And this one I put on thicker, so you can see how that is just not as many cracks and bigger spaces of polish. I really like this one. That's really fun. Let's see. I like that. All right, there's the navy blue. And let's see what we should do next with this other whitish colored one. We'll just do a black. What's this one? This one's silver. Oh, I'm gonna do black over this next one, I think. This is just black shatter. So far, all these shatters were from OPI. So let's see how this one does. I'm gonna put this one on a little bit thicker this time and see, and then we'll go a little bit thinner here. And we'll go a little bit thinner with this one too. Just to see if because this one, oh, I forgot to show you the base color again. This one was also from Lynn B Designs. But just to see if the top coat on top, because this one did not have a top coat at all. This had a glossy top coat and this had a matte top coat. So these two I put on thinner, and you can see they both are cracking very evenly. They both look quite similar. And like I said, I really like wearing glittery polishes under the Crackle, because you can just see the little sparkles coming through. You can see it with all three of these that were the reflective glitters. So you can just see a little bit of sparkle as you move your nails around. So this base color was, if I did this correctly, that one was, let's see, let me look at my notes. This particular one was this, I'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish. That's not a very nice name, but this was from the Grinch advent calendar, so that's what that is. So you can see that's the base of this one with the black shatter over it. And then this other one was another Linby Designs called Gumdrop Mountain, and that's what I used over this navy one. And again, you can just see it kind of sparkle there underneath the shatter, and I really like that look. All right, next up we have an orange, and I will be honest with you guys, I would pull out my Crackle polishes every now and then, usually around Halloween time, and I loved wearing it over, I would wear black over a sparkly orange. That was one of my favorite ones to do. So over this orange here, I only have one painted of that one. It's a Zoya Destiny, and this is a pixie dust, so it also is a little bit gritty, but I did put a top coat on that, a clear top coat. I think I'm going to try this one with the Silver Shatter from OPI, and that's what it's called, Silver Shatter. Let's see how this shows up or not. And you always want to have contrasting colors, so whatever color you have as a shatter, if it's a lighter color, you want a darker color as a base, just so you can see it better. This one's not going to show up too well, I don't think, on that one. But let's see how that does. Maybe I'm going to put this over this next one too, just to see. The next base I have is Zoya Loredana. It's a matte polish from the Matte Velvets. Let's see what that looks like, kind of as a, it's not too much different, the Silver Shatter to the gray base there. Let's see how those do. And can I put over the other gray? Maybe I'll put this hot pink. I have this one from OPI. It's a bright pink. It's called Pink Shatter. Let's try this one over this other gray color here. See if that will show up at all. It may not. All right, so here was the orange Zoya pixie dust with a silver shatter. You can see it cracking there. And this one was the gray Zoya matte polish Loredana. And it's cracking a little bit. It's more up and down cracks than all over cracks like this one. But it is cracking a little bit. And then here's that same gray Loredana with the pink. I wish I had my top coat down here. Darn. Okay. So this is Loredana, which is a gray matte with the pink. That's kind of a fun look. It's a little not as obvious. Hold on, guys. I'm going to run and get my top coat. All right. Grab this top coat from Sally Hansen Insta-Dry line. Just a glossy top coat. I want to top coat this last one I did just to see. Because like I said, the shatters will dry matte. And I put it over a matte polish. Let's just see what that might do. I'm really winging this one. I didn't really have anything planned, and we're just kind of playing here with our nail polish. See what happens. There it is. It's a very subtle look. And I do kind of like it though. This one here I'm talking about, which is the gray Zoya Loredana, topped with a hot pink shatter. So that's kind of fun. All right, next up I have, as the base, I have Zoya Honor, which is a pretty green matte velvet polish. And over that one, let's put, let's see, maybe we'll try red. Think about this for Christmas time. And this from OPI, just called Red Shatter. Let's see. You do want to shake you can shake your shatters, make sure all the pigments and everything are all mixed up in there. And let's see how this one does. Put it on nice and thick on that second one, so we'll see what happens with that. So I was starting to think maybe matte polishes wouldn't have them crack quite as well, because a lot of the matte ones were just sort of, you know, up and down lines and not a lot of cross hatching. This one, but this was a matte polish and it did good. And so this red is again just sort of giving long lines rather than you know, a lot of intersecting crackles. And this one's still working. This one I put on very thick, this one I put on thinner, and it's not a very good contrast once again. But you can see how quickly these work. These really work really fast. And like this is still tacky though, but let me go ahead and put a top coat on and just see how that looks glossy. That actually, even though that was red, over the green it kind of takes on a brown hue. It looks a little bit browner. And even though this is not a what you would think of as a crackle finish, it's kind of cool how it all just sort of goes up and down. I don't know if you're seeing that. The glare from the top coat is probably not helping. But I'll come back and show that one after that top coat dries a little bit. All right, next up we have a red one. This is Amal, also a matte velvet from Zoya. And over the red, I'm gonna try white. Let's see how the white does. And this one is just White Shatter from OPI. Put this over the red. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, that bottle needs to be cleaned. We'll go kind of thin, and we'll go thicker on this one. A little bit thicker. I'm gonna clean this bottle while I'm here. So those are also cracking in kind of a up and down line rather than well, it's getting there. It's still working, I think. So there's that one, the red base with the white crackle. It's kind of fun. And then here's an orange. I think I'm going to show you another thing too. So this is the black shatter again from OPI. In fact, no, I think instead of the black shatter, I'm going to try this one, which is that funky finger, which is what I used to make that pendant. This was called Teal Scales. Let's try putting that over one of these oranges. Oh, the orange is by Dury. It's called Fire. That's that one. Let's see what this would look like over orange. I don't know. This is a very skinny brush. There's that. And on the other orange one, I have this other polish which is similar to a shatter, but this was actually called Black Spotted. I don't know if this ever came out in the US. I actually had somebody overseas buy this and mail it to me. Well, I bought it, but I had her buy it and mail it to me, and I paid her back. But Black Spotted. So this is similar to Crackle, but I've never had very good luck getting this to work. So let's see if it will work. It's supposed to give more of a spotted look than the, linear lines and all. So let's just see. I don't know if I should put this on thin or thick. So if you can see, I only got a couple little spots. I'm not sure how to make this work better. I've never worn it because I've never had much luck with it. That's kind of a fun combo, the kind of teal over the orange. That's kind of fun. So if you can see this spotted one, I only got a couple spots. There's one right up here at the tip and one right down here at the bottom. And I don't know. Oh, there, that caused the bigger one up there at the top. So I don't really know how this one works, but it's supposed to make it be a little bit more spotted rather than the linear lines. All right, so that was this swatch wheel. You can see they're already dry and they are matte, and they actually, oh, not that one so much. This one has taken down the bit of grittiness, so it's because the shatter was matte, so it makes it feel a little bit smoother. But yeah, here's all those. This one was just called Blue from OPI. This one was Navy from OPI, I think. And we did a black, we did the silver, we did the hot pink over the gray, kind of like that one's. Not as obvious, a little more subdued, if you will. And I put the red over the green, which really just sort of looks brown. Looks very much like nature. We've got the white over red. We got kind of this teal blue shimmery one over an orange shimmery base. That's kind of fun. And then the black spotted, which is not spotting very much. I got one more swatch wheel here to go, guys. Let's see. I'm going to start with this bright yellow. This one was, I'm missing the label off the bottom. I think it's in my drawer. For some reason, my Zoya labels like to fall off. But this is Zoya Mitzi, which is very bright yellow from the matte velvet line. What color should we put over this one? Let's try, maybe, I wonder what this would look like. This is the one from China Glaze called Oxidized Aqua. Let's see what that would look like. See if that one will still crack even. And maybe we'll use, what's this one? We haven't used this one yet. This is Super Bass Shatter, which is a purple sparkly one. Let's see. see what this looks like. Over this bright yellow. And I think I might put this one over this white also. See how those do. And while those are going, let's take this gold one. This is from OPI, Gold Shatter. They're not very original in their names of these. Let's put this over this white also, the white one also. Oh, this white, I guess I could tell you what that was. This was Zoya Aspen, which is also matte velvet. Just a pretty white matte color. Let's see. This brush is needing some help. See if this one will still shatter. Maybe a little thick. The purple is doing good over the other white. That one's doing pretty good. Our little aqua one is not doing too much. Then we have this hot pink, which is another Zoya, which I've lost the label of. This is Lolly, which is also a matte velvet. And what should we put that one? Put over that one. Let's do. I have these from Sephora by OPI. I'm gonna try these over the black, but this one's called Blasted Opalescent. Let's see if this will show up. I find these really shimmery ones are a little more subtle. Let's see. Let's go ahead and try this over black while we have it open. Put that on nice and thick. And I did top coat those black ones because, like I said, you don't want to put shatter on over bare nails. So I was thinking maybe I wouldn't want to put it over a bare swatch wheel either. I did actually leave this last one without top coat, so we are going to test that. But let's see how these do. Which other ones haven't we used? We haven't used this one. This is from OPI called Turquoise Shatter. And I'm gonna put this one over this pink. Let's see how that does. I'm gonna clean this bottleneck. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. So we have the bright yellow with the aqua and the purple. Both those just sort of did long lines, not really the true, shatter effect. Then we did the purple over a white matte. That looks kind of fun. And I did the gold over the white matte. Kind of like that one. And then over here we did, what did we do here? Oh, we put the opalescent one from Sephora OPI over this one. This was the bright pink. And I don't know if you can see the cracks. There are some cracks there, but it looks very color on color. It's not as noticeable. But if you want to wear your Crackle and not have it stand out so much, you could do something like that. And then we have this turquoise one over the bright pink, and it's just starting to crack a little bit. Let's see what else we have. I have a silver one. I think we've used this for something else. What can we... Let me try. I have this purple one here too from Berry M. This one is called, oh, just has a number, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 322. And on here it says Instant Nail Effects. I do like that the older Crackle polishes mostly all had the Crackle lid, so you can tell what it is. The Sephora by OPI did not have those, nor did the China Glaze. That didn't have the Crackle lids either, but it's nice to be able to just sort of look and find that. So this is a pretty royal purple. Let's see how that looks over this orange. I did have a second one from Berry M, but I did test that one last night and it was not cracking. So let's see how this one does. I put it on really thick there. Oh, this orange, just to tell you, is from Sinful Colors, and that was Coral Craze. I'm gonna put this on a little bit thinner on this other orange. Just see. That makes a difference. And let's see what else we've got over here. I think we've used them all at least once. So here's that purple over the orange. That's kind of fun. That would be fun for Halloween. I like it in the thinner coats than the thicker coat myself. I like the lots of shatters. Let's try the navy over this next one. This next bright blue is from Nails Inc. And it was called Toucan Sam Approved. And I do have a glossy top coat on this one and a matte top coat on this one. So let's see how the navy blue does on this color. All right, get that one going. And over this next one, which is a Bee's Knees polish, it's sort of a green to blue duochrome called Leviathan. A lot of these I've showcased in recent videos. They were just sitting on my desk still, so I grabbed them. And this one I have a glossy top coat and a matte top coat. So we can see, maybe the gold would look pretty over. See if it will show up over this Bee's Knees. And maybe a white one. I'll put the white one over this other Bee's Knees glossy. I really like how quickly they react and start cracking. All right, so here was the Berry M purple over the orange. I like that, especially for Halloween. This, I think this was maybe the turquoise over the bright pink. Really didn't crack very much at all. And then we did, what was this one? This was, I think, the navy maybe over that Nails Inc. That one did really well. And we got white over the Bee's Knees with a glossy top coat underneath. That one's doing really well. And then the gold shatter over the Bee's Knees with the matte finish. That one's starting to crack a little bit. And then let's see, we have let's try this one, I want to do the China glaze here. This next polish that I have on my wheel is also a Zoya called Astrid. Really pretty, shiny, oh, that's beautiful, gold foil almost. And I do have a glossy top coat and a matte top coat. And I want to see this China glaze, the oxidized aqua. I'm going to put that one over one of these. Let's see how this does. And then we can do, let me try, this one's Sephora by OPI. It's called Blasted Turquoise Glitter. Let's see what this looks like over the next gold one on the swatch wheel here is by OPI called Love Angel Music Baby. And this does dry matte. It's one of my favorite gold polishes. I really, really like that. Let's put this blue one from Sephora OPI over this and see. I'm gonna just put that over one of them. And I'm also gonna put that Sephora over this black. This opalescent one did really well over the black. That's really pretty. So let's put this one over black too and just see what might happen. And on our other Love Music Angel Baby, I'm gonna put the turquoise. I think I might put, yeah, I'll use the turquoise. I really like the blues with the gold. Let's see how this one does. Put it on a little thicker just on this one side. Let's see. All right, we have two more. I think one of my favorites is this gold over the white. I really like that. I like those for Halloween. The blue on blue is really pretty. And the gold over this Leviathan from Bee's Knees, that's pretty. These are a little subtle. If you can see any cracks, this one is doing pretty well. That was with the matte top coat underneath. This one had a glossy top coat underneath. It has cracks also, but not quite as many. And then we had the blasted one from Sephora OPI, Turquoise Glitter. We put that one here over kind of a gold matte polish. And this is the turquoise. The turquoise just doesn't seem to wanna, this was the other turquoise that we did. It just doesn't want to crack very much. This one did a little better than this one over the pink. So, all right, we got two more to go. Let's do, what haven't we used much? Let's do navy. Let's do just the blue, blue shatter. Let's put that over one of these. This was the first one that we used a long time ago. Put that on there. And for the last one, I was going to try this one was a clump yesterday, so I don't know how well this might do, but this is from Sephora by OPI, Blasted Purple Glitter. Let's put that over. Oh, this color here, I did not show you, is also from Zoya, Matte Velvet, called Sue. And that was both of these here. So we're gonna use this purple glitter over Sue. Let's see. Well, it came back to life pretty well because yesterday there was not a drop of liquid left in this bottle. It was just one huge clump of polish at the bottom there of the bottle. Then we'll see. Put this one over the black with the top coat. So this one did really well. That was the opalescent one from Sephora OPI, Blasted Opalescent. And then we used this one from Sephora by OPI, Blasted Turquoise Glitter. That one's doing really well. And then we're working on this purple. This purple one may not crack anymore just because I had to put so much nail polish thinner. I don't know if you can use nail polish thinner in Crackle nail polish. I guess we are going to find out right now. This one is not cracking. This one appears to be cracking a little bit. I may have just had to use way too much thinner because, like I said, the whole bottle was pretty much just a dried blob. So, got a couple more black ones here. I'm going to use a white, the White Shatter from OPI. And we're going to test this. So this one has a clear glossy top coat, and this one is just the plastic from the swatch wheel. So I'm going to see if it makes any difference between having a top coat and not having a top coat. Let's see if it'll still crack. Because I read online that you have to have, you can't put this over bare nails because, put this on thicker, because it has to interact with the nail polish below. So let's see if that seems to be true. We can see the one with the top coat is cracking very nicely, and the one without is really not doing anything. So yeah, I would definitely suggest not putting Crackle over bare nails because I don't think it will do anything. And we got one left. Let's just use, let's see how the silver will come. Yeah, silver on half. Sorry, I'm cleaning some of these bottle caps off before I close them up. And I'm gonna just end this one with the gold shatter from OPI. We'll put that over the other half of this black one. All right. So there we had a long video playing with our nail polish here. We have all the different choices. So as you can see, if you use a high contrast, like this had a light base with the darker color, it really shows up very well. But if you use something like the pink on a gray base, it's a little more subtle, not as in your face. And this was the silver over a gray base. It didn't crack all that well, but did okay. And then the red, which really turned more into brown looking over the green. So you can see if you use contrasting colors, you get much better results. So, and some of them just are not, like this was the aqua from China Glaze. It's just not as, you know, pigmented in your face, but that's still a pretty look with the gold underneath. A couple of these did not do. This was the blasted. It did not do much. It has one crack right there. Like I said, I would have thought maybe I just had to use too much thinner to bring it back. But on the black one, it is cracking pretty well. Actually looks nice. This was the silver and the gold on one nail. That's kind of fun. So yeah, so the turquoise didn't seem to want to crack very much in either case. We had this one. We had that one. And then this one, which cracked a little bit more. This one right here. So yeah. All right, let me get this camera turned around and we will finish up this video. Okay, there we have it. That was a fun almost hour playing with our Crackle nail polish. What do you think of Crackle? I secretly always liked it. I didn't pull it out very often, but around Halloween, most years, I would do at least one Crackle manicure because it's still fun, you know. We'll see if it makes a comeback or if it's just gonna kind of, you know, die a slow death as it did before. But I think it's kind of fun, and I like my nails. I think they're fun. And we did prove that we do not want to put Crackle over bare nails because it will not crack. This was the same as this one. Look how nicely that one cracked. And this one, without a top coat underneath for it to interact with, it got nothing. So, what do you guys think of Crackle? Are you going to give it a try again? Do you have any old ones? Were you around for the first wave back in 2011 or so? 2011, 2015, something like that is when it was pretty popular. Were you around back then? Do you have any still? Are you gonna pull them out now? See if you want to revisit any of them. Let me know in the comments whatever you think about Crackle polish. Love it, hate it, indifferent. Gonna try a couple of new ones as they come out from these indie brands. Do you have some old ones that you're gonna pull out and try and play with? But I had fun. I think these three from Sephora by OPI are really pretty. I like those. I like this one especially. So anyway, I will let you go. It's been almost an hour. Thank you so much for sticking with me this long if you did. And we'll see you next time. Oh, coming up this week, I'm going to have new collections from OPI, the new spring collections. And I say collections because OPI is getting sneaky on us. They have the 12-piece collection, which is like normal. Normally they would have a 12-piece collection. And it comes in the regular line and the gel line. And normally you could also get the Infinite Shine line in that same 12 polishes. This year they're being a little sneakier and they have a 12-piece collection in the regular line and the gel line. But then they have 9 exclusive colors in the Infinite Shine line. So you have to buy 9 additional colors if you want to get all of them. Well, I did. So I'll be showing you all those later in the week when they get here in the mail. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for stopping in, watching, and I'd love to read any comments you have about Crackle polish or anything else that's on your mind. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.